Hello, collective. I am Juanica, also known as Mr. Strong, coming to you with a week ahead forecast for Monday, July 25th through Sunday, July 31st. And we are officially in Leo season. Brought the cards back out today. I haven't shuffled cards for us in a while, and I felt very led to do so today. And I think maybe just because the sun is approaching my ascendant and my Jupiter, I'm starting to feel a lot better. The Four of Cups reverse comes out and just kind of is a reminder to let things go that are just not emotionally serving you, or that are maybe rooted in. The Four of Cups makes me think of Cancer. Venus is currently in Cancer, the fourth, the cups, the water signs, and how oftentimes water signs can dwell on hurts that are just something that's just, they've taken a root that, excuse me, somehow feels valuable to them. This hurt that they're holding on to feels, it's like a validation of why they are this way or why they don't do this thing. And it's rooted in hurt and rooted in fear and rooted in disappointment and more emotional. But the Four of Cups is a reminder to look away from those things, because Spirit is offering another opportunity, another chance. If you see that coming out from the clouds, this is another emotional opportunity to find a new rooting in. And that just makes me, that's just kind of what jumps out at me as we approach this reading. So there's not a lot of activity going on in the sky this week. However, I will call it big activity. And the reason I say that is because on Thursday, the 28th, not only will we have our new moon, which means the sun and the moon will both join together in the sky in the sign of Leo. So we get our reset for the next 6 months. And in this Leo energy, we get something new to kind of work on, to focus on in this area of our life, depending on where Leo is for you. So for instance, myself as a Leo rising, this is really a new opportunity for me to show up in a more fun, expressive, healed way, where I'm able to show my creative side, my fun side, allowing my inner child to play and explore and really have a good time. Leo is a good time, okay? Okay, so Leo is a good time. And this energy is reminding us, well, for me in particular as a Leo rising, so there is some area in your life, and I don't think that I'm going to go through all 12 signs today. I just want to give a really collective reading, and if any specific signs jump out at me, which I will say this, I automatically am going to say that Leos, Aquarius, because Saturn is currently in Aquarius, Taurus and Scorpios are really going to feel this energy the most. If you have any placements, it's specifically any personal placements within that first degree of Leo season, those first 10 degrees of Leo, then you are really going to feel this need to express yourself, to have more fun, be more creative. You may find yourself being very ego driven, and this new moon is saying that there's nothing wrong with the ego. And it is important that we nurture our ego and not kill it and not overindulge in the things that make it feel good. And so this is a time to really find our passion and find what we're excited about. But with Saturn in opposition, and it's not in a direct opposition because Saturn is further along in the sign of Aquarius, but Saturn is also still involved because it is opposite by sign. And Saturn is doing its thing as far as the collective goes, where we are really learning the importance of having our community, having our groups, our social groups, fitting in socially, standing up for what we believe, being very forward, innovative, future thinking, and really kind of balancing with Aquarius being those the glyph of Aquarius is like these two waves, and one represents that mental ability of an air sign to think very logically and to really figure it out, but also that emotional side part, that spiritual element. Aquarius is the water bearer. It is an air sign, but is a water bearer. Water represents spirituality and emotion and that kind of deep rootedness. And so we are really in this Leo season learning to really tap into what we enjoy and what is a good time, if you will, for us, but also how we can include this in humanity. And with the Four of Cups just jumping out, and with those four signs, I think it's important that Leos, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus really look into what areas of their life are really changing. Taurus and Scorpio, I think you're really seeing a change, seeing a transformation, and maybe really tapping into that higher consciousness of yourself, that awakening, if you will, because with Uranus and Taurus, that is the awakening, and the North Node is in Taurus. And so this is really that awakening towards your spiritual or your soul agreement, your life path, which you really feel drawn toward, and this could very much be very new for you. And this is just something to be open to, Taurus. There's no reason to hold on, if you will. Don't worry about judgment, okay? This is going to be an overall reading. The Eight of Pentacles then shows up reversed as well. Six of Pentacles reversed. The Tower's at the bottom showing that this is not a reverse deck. These cards are just coming out this way. And I'm not drawing the Tower card. I do think some of us are going through those Tower moments, the changes. The Eight of Wands is reversed. A lot of reversals in this deck. Page of Swords reverse, or in this spread. Let's see, something flipped. I saw it. I could have sworn I saw something flip. Guess not. Maybe it flipped back. We'll pull three more cards, and then I get the message. There's a lot to leave behind in this time. And I do think that this is really saying the eight. We have two eights, the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands is here. The Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Pentacles, and the Magician. And I'm going to stop right there. That's 11 cards. That's 9 cards. Let's pull two more. Five of Swords. And the Nine of Swords. The first thing that jumps out at me about this reading and going into this new moon is I believe that a lot of us are afraid to step into what it is that we are truly called to do out of fear of judgment, out of fear of it turning our wheel of life with the Wheel of Fortune here. What if it doesn't work out for us? What if others have something to say about it? The Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, this is something new. And the Eight of Wands, but this is something that you're excited about and that you would really do. But this does have the potential to affect the finances, affect what you've been working towards. And that is the concern here. And I do actually think, because Jupiter is getting ready to go retrograde, this may not necessarily, so many reversals in this pull. This may not necessarily be the time to invest. And I guess we know this also with inflation and with all of this. Not even that it might not be the time. It might not even be necessary to do all of this investing that you think that you have to do. Specifically financially, because the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles are here together. So the Seven of Pentacles is on top, telling me that we're in a sense of satisfaction with what we've already created. Like, okay, things are actually decent right now. I could maintain like this. I would be fine. I know what I'm doing in this area. The Eight of Pentacles, when you look at the Eight of Pentacles, she's got this craft, like this skill that she already knows, because this is reversed and it's already making some money and there's already some fruits coming from this. But is this really what you're passionate about with the Eight of Wands reversed? And eights are new beginnings. Okay? And this is a new beginning of something that you're excited about, and maybe something that you have to learn a little bit more about. Okay? But you're scared. The Judgment, the change in the life. Maybe it's causing strife with someone. The Five of Swords is reversed, and the Page of Swords as well. So the Page of Swords can be a little smart mouth kid. So maybe you're the approach in which you're discussing this, or the approach maybe even that you are thinking about this, is you haven't thought it through all the way. You're only seeing maybe the negative side, or only allowing the Judgment to come in. The Judgment card is here. So maybe that's what's getting you. And the Judgment card is on top of the Wheel of Fortune. You're concerned with how others are going to perceive how this is going to change your life, or has the potential to change your life. So what's the answer then, right? How do you move forward? How do you use this new moon to move forward with something that you're actually passionate about and excited about, and that you're looking forward to doing without causing any more strife, whether that be financially or within your relationships with others? Eights are also joint relationship. That eighth sign, that eighth house, Scorpio, very intimate joint relationships with others. And so how do you do this without disturbing that, without upsetting that? Well, the Magician is here. And I think that the Magician is representing this Jupiter retrograde energy. I think that as of right now, while Jupiter is retrograde, and while we're having this new moon in Leo, Jupiter is retrograde in Aries, which is the sign of I am. And this new moon is happening in Leo, which is the sign of I will. And Mercury is also going to be closely involved, also in the sign of Leo. So I do think that the Magician here is asking us to reflect on the responsibility that we need to take, how we can invoke some magic to make this happen, still in a way that is not selfish. Because again, the Page of Swords and the Five of Swords here show kind of a selfish energy in this. Some of us are just ready to make a move because we're like, the world is out here talking about, do your thing, live your best life. But we also need to include others as well, specifically those people that have supported us and loved us and want to see what's best for us, and that we're probably ultimately going to need. I think that this is a time to, specifically with all of these reversals and with Jupiter retrograding, this is going to be a time to review what other ways you can make this happen for yourself without disrupting your collective. Remembering that Saturn is still in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of our community, of our collective, of our gang. And so Saturn is asking us to be very mature in how we handle this, to show discipline, to show that we don't have to get all worked up in our own emotions and our own thoughts. And now we're moving forward with this Page of Swords and even this Eight of Wands energy that has to do with, I'm going to do what I want to do. The Page of Swords is a young, like an adolescent energy. This is Gemini, and as we go into this week, the moon is in Gemini. And I say Gemini because it's an air sign. The swords represent the air signs. And it's the page, which is the youngest one of the royal courts. And the youngest one is that teenage, adolescent, kind of sassy mouth because of the swords energy. But this is going to cause confusion and strife. We have the 5 here now, which is people walking off in the background, got their feelings hurt because of the things that you said, because your thoughts have been very selfish. And Saturn is across from this new moon. There is a way for us to find the solution to expressing ourselves, having fun, being creative, allowing our inner child to explore without disrupting our community, our collective, the people that depend on us, the people that we depend on for support. Because another thing that's important to remember, Leo, is that you need an audience. An audience is important for Leo energy. So don't try to push everybody away. You won't be happy. You got to get in where you fit in a way that is fun and also contributes to the whole. The 9 of Swords here is at the end like, listen, this has the potential to be way more stress than you ever would have imagined. Way more keep you up at night. Way more bothersome than you could have ever imagined. And that's because you really have to get out of your own way. Remembering the 4 of Cups showed up first. It's important that we get out of our own way and know that spirit, God, the universe, our vibrations, the divine is going to bring another opportunity. It's Leo season, baby. Jupiter is retrograde and it's going to retrograde back into the sign of Pisces. Pisces is very forgiving. Jupiter is a co-ruler of Pisces. It wants to expand our awakening. It wants to give us everything that we want. It wants to take us to that higher level in which we thrive in which we feel healed and we feel like vindicated, if you will. Like we've made it happen. And Jupiter wants to do this for you, wants to make your dreams come true, that life of belief happen for you. But we can't be selfish, or we have to use what it is that we want to, we have to include others, basically, is what I'm saying, okay? Don't let this world have you out here thinking you don't need nobody, you can do everything on your own, because that's just not true. We need other people. The Wheel of Fortune is here. This can go however way we tilt it towards. And this Wheel of Fortune card has all 4 of the fixed signs in the corners. So we have Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. They're showing up here. And this, I already said, these are the 4 signs that are going to be dealing with this the most, feeling this energy the most, because this new moon is a square. Saturn is involved in Aquarius, which is squaring off with Uranus and the North Node and the South Node, which is happening in those 4 signs. So if you have any planets in those signs, this is a time for you to really, I would say, go within. But the thing about this fixed energy is going within too much can just make you just freeze and be stuck. And that's not the solution. That's not the solution. We need to move forward. Maybe you take a minute to really adjust, reflect on this situation. Jupiter is retrograde. Reflect on what the true meaning of this is in that higher realm within your higher self. And then prepare to move forward. Jupiter is going to be in Aries all of next year. So as we can get in where we fit in with the collective, we can find our own shine, our own audience, what it is that we're truly looking for. But we are part of a whole, you guys. And we can't deny that. Okay? So that's really what's happening this week. We do go into the week with the moon in Gemini. So we kind of set the tone this week of that communication, of that thinking, of that kind of fun thinking, because Gemini and the sun in Leo are a sextile. So that's positive energy that really does get along. And so, we feel good as we're going into the week. We just want to make sure that we use this new moon energy to find that solution, to find that creative way to where we're able to express ourselves, move forward with what it is we're excited about, what we're looking forward to doing without tapping too much into our finances, our security, our stability, or even impacting in a negative way our relationships. Now, of course, if people are on board and it just works out and you got the money saved and it's not going to hurt you, then go for it. Absolutely. It's Leo season. But I think the message overall is the fear of judgment is kind of fair in this instance. Like, and it's not that what other people as a whole are going to think. And I'm not encouraging anyone to care about what people that have no influence in your life think. Like, who cares about social media? I am talking about your partners in life. I am talking about your people that will be immediately impacted and affected by your decisions that include your finances, or that include your time, or include your contribution to the community, to the family unit. Leo is still family energy. How it does this decision that you're making that has to do with what you want and what you will do, how is this going to impact your family, your community? And I encourage you all to come up with a solution that really is the benefit for all, not just you. And in doing that, you will realize next year, as Jupiter makes its way through Aries, the sign of I am, that's when we will actually see the reward of what we are looking for individually. Sometimes it's about the collective. Sometimes it's about the bigger picture. Sometimes we have to sacrifice our own wants so that we can be a part of and a contributor to and a teacher and an elevator within our community, so we can find our place within our community. And so that's what this is about. This is not a selfish energy, even though Leo season can feel very selfish. That is not where the magic is. The magician is reversed, and when she's upright, she has everything that she needs. But I do think that with so many reversals, this is not the time to move forward with what we are individually seeking. This new moon is a great time to set intentions that include everyone. And so have fun with your rituals. Of course, I love fire, setting new intentions, getting out in the sun, really just, incorporating sunlight, family, friends, laughing, maybe some kind of art or creative way, maybe, self-love, treating yourself, inviting others to come with you. Or if you go and you treat yourself, then you meet up with them later when you're in your highest vibration and really feeling good. This is a way for you to give your positive energy, your Leo-esque, I will energy to the collective. Bring your high vibrations, bring your good attitude, bring your encouragement, bring your laughter, treat for lunch just to, encourage someone else during this time. This is what this is about. I'm so excited for Leo season and to bring you this spread, this reading. I really hope that it helps you to make it through this week. I really hope that you use the intentions of the new moon and Jupiter retrograde to have fun and to contribute to your people, your collective, and your social group. So until next time, peace.